Hello everyone. So in this video I will be explaining to you the mammary gland. So the mammary gland is found in both sexes, but it is rudimentary in males. It is a type of modified sweat gland. So let us discuss its location. So the mammary gland is present in the superficial fascia of the pectoral region. The mammary gland is divided into 4 quadrants. Let us see the division. So this is the upper part and lower part, medial and lateral side. So therefore, you have to name it accordingly. So this quadrant is going to be upper medial. This one is going to be upper lateral. This will be lower lateral and this will be lower medial. Now, the upper lateral part has an extension. This is called as the axillary tail of Spence. Axillary tail of Spence. It is going to pierce an opening in the deep fascia, which is called as foramen of Langer. Okay, so remember this. Now let us look at the extent. So vertically, it is going to extend from second rib up to the 6th rib. So this is our second rib, assume it, and this is our 6th rib. Okay. Now horizontally, it is going to extend from the lateral border of the sternum. For example, if this is our sternum like this, okay, so from its lateral border up to mid axillary line. So now this is our axilla, okay, this is the anterior axillary fold, this is our anterior axillary fold, and this is our posterior axillary fold, and this will be the mid axillary line. So this is the extent of the breast, vertically from 2nd to 6th rib and horizontally from the lateral border of the sternum to the mid axillary line. Now let us look at its deep relations. So the breast lies on the pectoral fascia, which covers the pectoralis muscle. Okay. Now the other muscles that are lying deep to the breast are serratus anterior, pectoralis major and external oblique. You can see in this diagram, this is our pectoralis major muscle, this is our serratus anterior, and this is the external oblique muscle, which is a muscle of the abdomen. Okay, now what is the retromammary space? This is important because, so retromammary space is a space that is present between the breast and the underlying pectoral fascia. So this space is made up of loose areolar connective tissue, due to which the breast can easily glide over the underlying fascia. Now let us discuss the structure of the breast. So the structure of the breast is divided into 3 things: skin, parenchyma and stroma. So let us first look at the skin. Okay, so the skin has a conical projection which is called as the nipple. Now the location of the nipple, it is present below the center of the breast, not in the center but below the center, at the level of 4th intercostal space. Now the nipple is going to be pierced by 15 to 20 lactiferous ducts. Now the nipple contains modified sweat and sebaceous glands, and these are important for lubrication. Then the nipple also contains muscle fibers, 2 types of muscle fibers. They are the circular, which make the nipple stiff, and the longitudinal muscle makes it flat. the nipple is very rich in nerve supply, therefore they are quite sensitive. Then the skin, we all know that if this is the nipple, then there is going to be skin around it which seems darker, which is pigmented, and this is called as the areola. So the areola is rich in modified sebaceous glands. These glands contain some oily secretions. They are going to secrete, and they are important for the lubrication of nipples and areola. Now what happens is that they enlarge during pregnancy, and then they are going to form certain tubercles, like certain projections can be seen, and they are called as the tubercles of Montgomery. This is important, can be asked as an MCQ. Below areola lies lactiferous sinus where milk is stored. Areola and nipple are devoid of hair, that is absence of hair, and the fat is also absent below it. So there will be no fat below the areola and nipple. Now let us discuss the parenchyma of the breast. So the parenchyma is basically that part of the breast which is going to be secreting milk. It is formed by compound tubulo-alveolar gland. So compound tubulo-alveolar gland. Now the parenchyma is basically composed of 15 to 20 lobes. So consider this as one lobe. So there are going to be 15 such lobes, okay? 15 to 20 such lobes. Each lobe is going to contain alveoli. These alveoli are the part of the breast where the milk is going to be secreted. So each lobe contains several alveoli. The milk is going to be secreted, and it is going to travel through these ducts into this dilatation just before the opening of the lactiferous duct. This is our lactiferous sinus. Here the milk is going to be stored, and these are our lactiferous ducts, which are also 15 to 20 in number. Okay, so now the alveolar epithelium is going to be cuboidal in resting phase. So what does this mean? Resting phase means that there will be no lactation. Okay, so therefore at that time it is going to be cuboidal, and it is going to be columnar or active during lactating phase. Okay, so you can remember this, that they are going to get alert. So like, they are going to get alert, and that is why the cuboidal will turn into columnar, because now it is alert. Okay, so now passage of the milk is facilitated by myoepitheliocytes. Now this milk has to pass down to this sinus, right? So in order to project this milk and facilitate its movement, myoepitheliocytes help. So they are present around the alveoli and the ducts. They lie between the epithelium and the basement membrane. Now the stroma of the breast. So stroma of the breast is nothing but supporting framework of the gland. Obviously we are going to need a support system for the breast, right? So the stroma consists of two parts. It is going to be fibrous and fatty stroma. So now the fibrous stroma consists of septa, which are called as suspensory ligaments of Cooper. Now what they do is that this is our pectoral fascia, which is covering our underlying pectoralis major muscle. Okay, and the septa or the suspensory ligaments of Cooper are basically going to adhere this pectoral fascia to the skin of the breast. Okay? These are called as the suspensor ligaments of Cooper. Now, about the fatty stroma, they compose the main bulk of the gland. The fat is distributed all over the breast except beneath the areola and nipple. We have discussed about this before. Okay. This is the retromammary space. The retromammary space allows free movement of the breast over the underlying pectoral fascia. It is composed of loose areolar tissue. These are the lobes, which are the parenchyma of the breast, and they are going to be producing and secreting milk. Okay, so this was all for today's video. We have discussed the structure of the breast along with its location and some important features. In the next video, I will be explaining to you the blood supply, nerve supply, and the lymphatic drainage. Okay, thank you.